Hi everyone, Sam is here, Keto Diet Part 3. As we mentioned in previous video that some people who apply the keto diet, they have some complications. They suffer from some side effects. One of these side effects is high level of cholesterol in the blood. As we all know that ketogenic diet depends on eating a lot of fat. Fat is classified into 3 categories: saturated fat, monounsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat. What does it mean? Fat consists of molecules of carbon. When it's classified as saturated, it means this molecule of carbons, it's combined with molecules of hydrogen. How we can differentiate between saturated and unsaturated? It's the form of fat. For example, butter. Butter is saturated. Why? Because it's a solid form of fat. If you take off some butter from your fridge, keep it on the counter in the room temperature, it doesn't melt. It will stay and remain in the solid form because it's saturated. Unsaturated, it means liquid, like olive oil, for example. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, what does it mean? As we mentioned that fat consists of molecules of carbon. Monounsaturated fat, it means single molecule of carbon, and poly, it's multiple molecules of carbon, either long chain of carbon molecules or medium chain. Let's go into more details. Let's speak about saturated fat. What is saturated fat type of food? Below I put some 3 columns to differentiate between food types. The first column is saturated fat. Butter, ghee, milk, meat, pork, cheese, cold cuts. Cold cuts, it's like processed meat, all type of processed meat. Sausage, charcuterie, luncheon, mortadelle, jambon, cold cuts. Hydrogenated oil. As you see, hydrogenated oil from the expression, it's oil, then they add to it some hydrogen to take the form of saturated fat type of food like butter. So it looks like butter, but it's not butter. It's oil added to it hydrogen. It's more dangerous than the natural fat. It's accumulated faster as cholesterol in your blood. Trans fat. What's trans fat? Trans fat is a vegetable oil and you use it for frying. All type of fried food is dangerous for the health. The skin of the poultry. Skin of the poultry is not bad, but in some cases, the people who accumulate cholesterol faster than other people, they need to eliminate skin of the poultry. Not only that, you need to eliminate the whole colon. You need to eliminate saturated fat from your food menu to be in a safe side. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, I'm not gonna speak separately about them. I'm gonna speak about them together. Why? Because we need both columns in our meals daily. They are full of nutrients, minerals, vitamins, antioxidant, omega-3, anti-inflammatory elements. So what they are: avocado oil, olives, olive oil, nuts, sesame seeds, hemp seeds, sesame oil, tahini, coconut oil, and almond butter. That's the vegetarian type. The animal type: salmon, sardine, mackerel, herring, eggs, and again nuts and coconut. As you see, I repeated nuts and coconut in both columns. Why? Because it's by nature they consist of medium chain and long chain triglyceride. It's combination between mono and unsaturated fat. Let's speak about oil. Avocado oil and olive oil are very healthy type of oil. We can use them every day in our meals, but they are not designed to cook with them, because if you expose them to heat, they will dissolve. They are not designed to resist heat. So it's better if you use them on a cold meal, either dressing on the salad or you after you pull off the meal of your stove, keep it to cool down, then spread the oil on the top of it to benefit the flavor and the nutrients. Coconut oil, on the other hand, we can use coconut oil to cook with it. Why? Because it's designed to resist heat up to 500 degrees. You know, the boiling point is 100. Coconut oil, it could resist up to 500 degrees, so you can cook with it safe. Eggs. We have fear from eggs because we know it has bad reputation because it has a lot of cholesterol. But on a keto diet, we eliminate carbohydrates and starch. Since we don't combine eggs with any type of sugar, any type of starch or carbohydrates, you will benefit from it 100%. Why? Because it's full of nutrients, vitamins, minerals like vitamin D, folic acid, and also choline. Choline, it's the fuel of the brain. If you would like to make your brain function better, you need to eat eggs. Eggs, it's the source of choline, which is the fuel of the brain. Almond butter. Sometimes we have an argument with some people when they speak about ketogenic diet to eat some butter because it's tasty. And they speak about peanut butter. Despite the name is peanut, but it doesn't belong to the nut group. Peanuts, they belong to the legumes, and we know that legumes are rich in starch. So I prefer almond butter. Why? Because if you take 100 grams from almond butter and 100 grams from peanut butter and you compare the amount of sugar in both, you will find in almond butter 50% less amount of sugar compared to peanut butter. That doesn't mean you don't eat peanut butter. You can eat it and enjoy it, but you will not get the full benefit as you consume almond butter. One last thing. The person who suffers from high cholesterol in the blood, he needs to ask his doctor for another type of test, blood test, cholesterol unit test. How many units of cholesterol in our blood? The name of the test is apolipoprotein B100. That's the full name, apolipoprotein B100. The abbreviation which used in the labs, ApoB100. The safe result should be between 40 and 125 milligrams deciliter. If you are in this range, you are in a safe status, don't worry. One more thing. Some people, they have fear to eat a lot of fish because it's full of mercury. The fish which contains mercury, it's the big size fish, like tuna, for example, or the sword fish or the shark. Small size, like trout, salmon, sardine, mackerel, herring, all these small size of fish, they don't consist of, they don't contain a lot of mercury. So you can eat it daily, no harm. So this is the end of part 3. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you benefit from it. Please subscribe, send me any comments, share to your friends, and I promise I will answer back for your comments. Wait for me in my next video. I'm going to speak about more side effects from ketogenic diet. Thank you for watching and see you next video. Bye.